Hi there. I'm doing my journal entry for Wednesday, the 5th. The 5th of April. Cinco de Mayo. Had a good day. I was up and out early to come to Indiana to my parents' house. My mother fell the other day and hurt her knee. So when I found out, I'm just like, let me come here so I can be helpful. I wanted to spend I'm going to spend a lot of time here actually over the next couple weeks, I think, because there's still much to do in terms of helping them prepare for their move, and it'll just be nice to have this quality time with them before they head to Texas, and visiting won't be as convenient. It's nice just to be able to hop in the car and be here, in an hour and a half. And so moving forward, I will have to hop on a plane and get there to see them. Luckily, I have a very good friend who works for the airlines and has shared flight benefits with me. So I look forward to being able to leverage those for as long as I can. So yeah, very thankful about that. I am sticking with my intention of getting up in the mornings and starting days with gratitude. And so let me tell you a little bit about my day. Came to Indiana very early in the morning. Was able to do some exercise. I did yoga in the morning before getting up and out. I had to take my dad to get some blood work done, and then we went to a walking path around a lake, and we walked half a mile, which for him was pretty darn awesome, because he is 10 months post stroke. So, and with, being in the midst of the pandemic, and, we're just in spring, right? Having to gone through winter and stuff like that. He really hasn't been able to get out that much. I think he does go out from time to time and walk a little bit, but I am not here all that often. I think he looks at me as his motivation to get up and, to be physically active. So, I was like, hey, do you want to go walk around the lake? And he's like, yeah. And so we went out, and I was thinking, like, okay, well, we'll walk for 10 minutes and then we'll turn around and we'll come back. But we walked for like maybe 2.5 minutes, and he's like, oh, I need to sit down. So I was like, maybe we won't make it for 20 minutes. But he sat down for a few minutes, and then he got up and he's like, okay, let's keep going. And, there's different benches around the perimeter of the lake on that lap that you go around. And so I said, well, how about we try to make it to that, to that one over there. And so he's like, okay, I think I can do it. So we walked, not to the next bench, but the second. So we stopped at the first bench at 2.5 minutes. And then we stopped at the third bench, which, so he was like 2.5 minutes in, took a break, Then he walked for like 5 minutes and took a break. Um, and then he probably walked another 6 minutes and took a break. And then we walked the rest. So it was about 19 minutes of walking. Um, and the rest that he took, he sat 3 times. And so maybe in total, we were, I think we were like maybe at 24 minutes because it was 19 minutes of walking time plus the few breaks. So he did it, and when we got back to the car, he was like, yes. And he's just like, man, if you weren't here, I would have stopped at the first one. I would have been done. So I'm thankful to have been here and to be, I guess, to be able to offer some type of motivation. I'm happy to be here to be kind of a partner in to have been a partner in his recovery, and to be a partner as he really focuses on continuing to get stronger. That walk was funny because the first 2.5 minutes we were walking at a snail's pace. And so, when you're walking around, you have like, there's like a short, what do you call it? Like if you're doing a lap, they're the shorts and the longs. So I'm going to say the first long that we were walking was very, very slow. And like we were creeping along. And then the second long on the way back, he was hustling. I mean, it was kind of a quick walk. I was like, okay, this is just a normal pace right now. And so he was really pushing. I had wished that I had set my watch for activity for walking to be able to tell what pace we were at and to be able to know exactly how far we were going. Excuse me. Because yeah, he was like, he wasn't running, but he was really, arms were swinging and everything on the second half of that walk. So it was nice. He's so proud of himself, and I was really proud of him too. So I'm hoping that we'll on mornings every day while I'm here that we'll be able to do that. So I pray that the weather holds up so we can get up and out of here, because I really enjoyed that. And my parents, I love them so much, and they're such good people. Not just to me, not just to my siblings, to my extended family, and just to lots of people. They've just done a lot of good in life and in the world, and it makes me proud to be linked to them, and it is definitely my pleasure to do anything that I can to be helpful, to make their days easier, to bring joy to them. It's wonderful. So as I mentioned, I'm helping them pack. And so also spend a lot of time going through pictures, and oh wow, I have found so many pictures. I've got, just pictures that I've taken, with my kids and cousins and, just extended family. Lots of pictures, that both my mother and father had from their youth. I've got my grandmother's pictures. We've got pictures that were my great grandmother's pictures. We've got pictures that were like my great great grandmother's pictures. And so it was awesome to be able to go through all of that and see all that history. And, thank goodness for social media because, you have family all over the country, and to a certain extent all over the world, right? And it's wonderful to be able to find these gems and to be able to post them in albums like on Facebook or Instagram where, I've got extended family that I'm connected to and they're like, oh, thank you so much for sharing. And these are gems. They're awesome. And so, yeah, so that brought me joy as well. I also found pictures from that were work related. My father was an entrepreneur and he founded a company, Blackwell Consulting Services. And after he retired from a pretty impressive career at IBM, and he built this company from the ground up, and he never had any outside help. No venture capitalist. It was he grew it organically to I think at its height we did about 50 million. It was on Black Enterprise's top 100 companies. And I know at one point in time, we were like the largest minority owned company, definitely African American owned, services only company, in the Midwest. And the people that we worked with, I mean, they're just awesome. We had great people that were genuinely good people that you wanted to work with, that you considered your friends, that almost felt like family. And we did a lot of great things together over a number of years. And there were just so many talented and wonderful people. And so I ran across a folder titled BCS Events. And they were just like all these pictures from all these various events that we had. And it was just so nice to see all their faces and just to reflect on who they were, what it was like, or really who they are. In some cases, who they were. But just to remember how much fun we had together, just the good nature of those people and the good work that they did and the good times. So those were wonderful to chance upon those and to share those again, and to get feedback from people like, wow, we were young. Oh, such great memories, such great people, such great thinkers. So happy to see these. Thanks for sharing. And, after so many years, for these people to be connected and still, have a great appreciation for my father and his leadership and the opportunities that he created for people as well. That just really warmed my heart, warms my heart, because he's awesome. What else? Yeah, so I'm just spending my days, working, trying to help my parents, get all this stuff boxed up, and to keep my mother from being overwhelmed, because, relocating and downsizing and all that stuff, for somebody that's, in their 80s, it's hard to do, I mean, she definitely has the desire to do it, but I don't think that her body wants to do it. She gets tired pretty easily. So I'm trying to say, hey, just sit back and, let me know what it is that you want to be done, and I'll just do it for you. No big deal. Let me take advantage of these relatively speaking youthful years where I've got the strength and the will and the desire and the ability to be able to do this for you. So let me just do it. Take a chill pill, relax, it'll all be okay. And so that actually requires me to get up and out early, because I realize I am definitely my mother's child. That woman takes care. She takes care of business. She does. She's very independent. She likes to do things on her own. She gets stuff done. And I think people say that about me as well. But having spent so much time with her over this past 10 months, I realize, I'm like, wow, the apple does not fall far from the tree. There were years that I thought, okay, well, me and my dad, we're a lot alike. But I realized that I get the best from the both of them. Isn't that lovely? Okay, well, that, my friends, I believe is my check-in. I do think I'm losing weight too. Last time I got on the scale the other day, and I think it said 163.2, which is the lowest it's been in a while. So that scale is going down. My initial goal was to get to 155. And so I'm getting closer. I'll be so excited when I get to 159. Actually, I'll be excited when I get to 161 and 160, right? It's good when you see that you're making progress. And I actually think if I stay in Indiana and continue to work from here and to help, that I will likely lose weight even more quickly, because there's just so much here to keep me busy. And so when your mind is not idle, you don't tend to want to do the things that will take you away or distract you from accomplishing your goal. So no snacks here. I'm not just sitting up watching TV and being lazy and stuff like that. So it's definitely good for me. So wish me luck as I continue to progress with that. So finally, I will just say my MEPS check-in. Mentally, I'm clear. Nothing weighing me down. Emotionally, I'm happy. Physically, I'm strong. And spiritually, I'm blessed. And with that, I'm out. Take care.